Okay, so here we are, the road to Applecross, Bealach, high snow risk. What could possibly go wrong? Let's give it a go. Let's do the first bit where we wait for someone at a passing place. Unfortunately, the Applecross Inn is closed today. Gutted. Let's see what this route brings. Heard so much about it. Sort of watched people going over it. Of course, what you actually see is you see very small snippets of people going over it. All I've heard is it becomes a narrow track. So I'll give you my opinion at the other side. Is it one of those, well, yeah, you just do it, don't you? You know, it's one of those, or is it a mind-blowing road that you have to do? Van coming at the moment. Beautiful. That's what we like. Very nice bit of the sea inlet coming in here as well. At the moment, so good old British thing. Temperature check, 14 degrees. See what it's actually like when we get a bit nearer the top. Roads normally impassable in winter. I was almost thinking there, would you bring a learner up here? Why not? That's what I say. Get them up here. So when you see your camper van, isn't it? And those one of those great big, is it a Hummer one? Hummer ones? Not sure. I can certainly see one ahead of me going up. Of course there is. Because this road is ideal for a camper van. Pretty impressive terrain and going up as well. I remember doing one of the cols in France a few years ago up at in the Pyrenees, and as you went round the corners near the top, just tons of photographers taking pictures, not really of me, cyclists obviously. But they're there and they take a photograph. You can look on their website and you can see yourself going around the corners. I have to say the corners are a little bit bigger in the sense that the road's wider, so you can actually go around a little bit quicker, whereas you somehow playing the where's the grit going to be? Is there going to be any grit? There's a, you know, it's a great big hole. Oh, camper van coming down actually, so I wonder whether he's it was the optical illusion that I saw a minute ago. It looked like he was going up. Anyway, at the moment it's a narrow track. I'm having to think about it. Would you believe it? We're going to meet on the hairpin bend. You won't see me, I'm in camouflage Yamaha goo colour and of course black, so I shall wait, because that will be the right thing to do, won't it? And now no disasters will occur. Look at this scenery here. Absolutely amazing. It's nice just to be able to stop and take it in, actually. Okay, onwards and upwards. Yeah, it's just, that wasn't as tough as Zigzag Hill at Shaftesbury. He says, not being able to see around the next bend as a car comes round. All I'm going to say, impressive. Well, it's not all I'm going to say, is it? It's the blind bends that are the ones you could give the idea clearly is have a good look ahead, see if you can see anything coming, which I can't. Goo doing absolutely fantastic, probably better than me, to be honest. Obviously the classic of don't look to the left, it's a sheer drop. But yeah, it's like sort of climbing up in the Glen Shield type of thing at the moment. I can see a car coming up, he's way ahead. Yeah, it's again, it's the classic of feeling amazingly small in this landscape. It's absolutely amazing. Quite difficult to know, see where all the passing places are. I reckon we're going to get to the next one and we're going to meet. Oh, there's two. There's a camouflaged van coming. Of course, there is Mr. Land Rover. He's gone incognito there. I wonder whether it'd be off-roading. That's what I'd be doing. Bit of off-roading later. Next car coming. Yeah, right, you know, this is late April. So, at the moment it's been okay coming up here. But I'll have to wait again. Oh. That's very kind of him. Oh, let's give it a few extra revs. Forget you're in second gear, Gilbert. Come on, sort it out. We're motoring again now. We're still climbing. Everyone's going, but tell us what the temperature is, Andy. Oh, nice lot of stones on the middle of the road there. It's 12. So it's not really got colder at all, to be honest. Whoa. Okay, this is going to be fun. Oh. What a very kind person. The blind corner. The blind corner. But the Swift knew what he was doing. He knew that I had no chance of going anywhere else. It was the him moving to the left or me tumbling to the right in some sort of James Bond style death of the chasing motorcyclist. I think you know what I mean. I'm wobbling. I'm wibbling. Good. It's a good try. My God, he's got like what? He's got 2 buckets on there. 2 buckets. What's he got on there, for God's sake? They didn't look like proper panniers at all. He hadn't prepared for this climb. coming up for a pretty steep hairpin at the moment. This might be a bit of a first gearer. I cannot see at all if anything's coming the other way. Ooh, that was quite a tight one actually. A bit tighter than I thought. Cannot see if anything's coming as he hits the gravel in the middle of the road. Better be some snow at the top. The anticipation that said there was snow. And look at that view down there. Oh, I've come up quite a long way. Yes, that anticipation that they said there was snow. Not to be watched on camera, that corner. Oh, has this person stopped for me? If they have, they're very kind. They're probably just taking the view in. Yes, they were waiting for me. That's very kind of them. Okay, another first gearer. Another person waiting. It's very kind. Sure we can't be far off the top, he says. It's no, we're still going up. 10 degrees now though, so yeah, no complaints there. Not cold at all. Okay, and if I'd come a bit earlier this morning, I probably would have got this in glorious sunshine, but did my piece riding down to Portree from Broadford, and I wouldn't have changed that for the world, because that was not only a brilliant road, but it was glorious in the sunshine, and the road was just excellent. So, hey, it's the classic. I can see the sea. I think this person's looking for the stopping point, which I think is here. Interesting start on my way down at the moment. Let's don't come, you dickhead. Excuse my language. Dear Lord, to see you coming. And so this is what it's like going down. A few cars, not to worry about that. They've given it almost like a marker. Certainly when we're coming on these blind bends. Again, just a majestic view. Looking out to Skye there. See the road there twisting away, looking very nice. I feel a hairpin coming on in a minute. I don't know why Mr. MG's going so slowly yet. The vehicles ahead would decide whether he will need a stop. Nice little bit of gravel in the road. Of course I'm dodging it. It's funny how you sort of suddenly get sort of fixated. Oh, he's going to let me go by. It's very kind of him. Probably wants to take a few snaps, and who wouldn't blame him? Just look at that view. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, and this is a single track road, so I'm already starting to think, would I recommend other people coming up? As you do. And I think it's a resounding yes. It was somehow I thought it was going to be, well, okay, I'm not at the bottom yet. Somehow I thought it was going to be maybe not quite as wide as this. Maybe even how can it be any less wide? You never get a car up here. But actually, the road surface is pretty good. Little bits of gravel around, but when I say that, it's so infrequent there. But the views again are to die for. So it's nice. It's a nice little test of you and your bike. But God, this Tracer's such an easy bike to ride. I was just having a chat with a couple of people at the top there. A gentleman who's got a Triumph Sprint GT 1050. My previous bike was an ST, which I absolutely loved. He was looking to change to something a bit lighter, actually, because funny enough, that was one of my sort of slighter pieces as well. Was have something a bit lighter, and it's definitely that. The Triumph was quite a heavy bike. Now what's interesting is the last two vehicles have moved out of my way. Well, the school bus. This would be an absolutely brilliant school run, wouldn't it? So how do you get to school then? Oh, have to go up the Brecnabar Pass, because that's where my school is, in Lochgarron, and I live in Applecross. Wow, imagine this view every day. But of course it couldn't be every day, because what happens when there's snow at the top? How does that work then? It's just what you want, isn't it? A hole. I think he's going to let me pass. That already has seen. That's very kind. How about that? How about that? It's one of those things, isn't it? You come to a bend like this and you think, oh, there's nothing coming. I've had a look ahead. You're never quite too sure, and then let's try not to be too tense. But absolutely fantastic. Like I say, it is such an easy bike to ride, the Tracer. It's nice to be easy to control. So good pass, enjoying it. Hope you've enjoyed my little recording as I'm going along here. That is the view across the sky on the far side there, looking absolutely stunning. Really, oh, just amazing views. Just it's difficult to take it all in sometimes. Just sort of almost feel like you've got used to it, that you're going to just turn a corner and it's going to be a wonderful view. Thankfully not too many cars, buses, whatever coming up this pass. Commentator's curse, possibly. Yeah. But look at that, absolutely amazing. He comes over the crest here and suddenly sees a car or something appearing, but no, thank God. Cattle grid coming up. I've been across one of those before in the wet, and not really paying too much attention. And I was at a slight angle on the bike as well. scare of my life. There's wet rubber, wet metal, let's just say things slide around a bit. So that was the I'm obviously coming into Applecross right now. Been told nothing's open, so I won't stop. But that was Brecnabar, the Applecross Pass, the B something. Yeah, good fun.